Food and energy. A lot of the time, if you're interested in your diet at all, for any reason, we'll look at the amount of kilojoules contained in the food you're eating and the amount of exercise that's needed to use that up. Now, chances are these days you're going to use an app like MyFitnessPal to do that, and that's a really great idea. But it's really good to have a bit of an understanding of the maths and how it all works. So using the table on page 132, which has a bunch of foods and the standard kilojoule contents, and they're just going with a normal sized serving of whatever it is, food and its energy content. Calculate the energy in kilojoules in a main meal of grilled chicken with sauce and broccoli. So we'd access our table, we'd find grilled chicken, 1 serving, 1,264 kilojoules. You'd want to be doing proper working. So I've got chicken, we have sauce and broccoli. So we look up sauce and broccoli as well. Sauce for steak or chicken, I've got 246, and broccoli, 98. Oops. And we'll need to add those up, and I didn't bring a calculator, so I'll have to do this very quickly in my head. But of course, you'll use a calculator for that, sorry about that. And you'll better use a calculator and check that I got it right, because I was doing that pretty fast. So just add up all of those. Now, if they said that I'd had 2 servings of something, I would have had to multiply that by 2 or put it in twice. So Marianne ate 200 grams of mixed nuts. How long will it take her to use that energy at the gym if she uses 30 kilojoules per minute? So we check our mixed nuts, and we can see that actually 1 serving is 100 grams at 2,640. Nuts are pretty high energy. So 100 grams of nuts. And so you can see that 200 grams, that was just multiplied by 2. So we have 5,280 kilojoules to wear off. And the question is, how long will that energy take to wear off at the gym? Now you'll see it's a rate, 30 kilojoules per minute. And you remember that any time we're doing maths and conversions with rates, it works if you write the conversion factor or the rate, 30 kilojoules in 1 minute. And they're asking me how long. So it's the time that I'm going to find out, and the information I've got is the kilojoules. So you put that underneath, 5,280 kilojoules. And then it's a case of saying, well, how did I get to that side? 30 down to 1, that's got to be divide to get the smaller number, and it's going to be divide by 30. So I'm going to divide this by 30 as well. I'm not doing this in my head, I'll take it straight from the textbook. And we'll get 176 minutes. Now that's an okay answer. If we wanted to give the time in hours and minutes, then how many minutes in an hour? We have, of course, got 60 minutes. We'd divide by 60 or use the little degrees, minutes and seconds button to change that down. 176 divided by 60 is 2.93 hours. And when you've got that 2.93, you can either say that's 2 hours and 0.93 times 60 in minutes, or you might just want to use the degrees, minutes, seconds button on your calculator and push that, and we'll get 2 hours, 56 minutes. Or go to Google and type in 176 minutes in hours, and you'll probably get this answer. So there's a bunch of ways you can do it, and I'm sorry I didn't bring my calculator.